Impatience often feels like momentum. It carries the sensation of urgency, of engagement, of being serious about what you're doing. When you rush, there's a subtle reassurance underneath it, a feeling that speed itself is evident of commitment. But impatience doesn't come from clarity. It comes from discomfort. Discomfort with waiting, discomfort with silence, discomfort with not knowing whether the effort you're putting in is actually doing anything yet. Rushing fills the gap. It replaces uncertainty with motion, even when the motion is misdirected. That's why impatience feels productive. It creates the appearance of progress before progress has had time to exist. Urgency rarely comes from the situation itself. It comes from a story about time. A story that says if you don't act now, something will be lost, an opportunity will close, a window will pass. Most of the time, nothing is actually collapsing. The urgency is imagined pressure projected onto the present moment. Once urgency enters the system, it changes how decisions are made. Quality gives way to speed. Direction gives way to reaction. Fast decisions feel decisive, but decisiveness is not the same as correctness. Urgency narrows perspective. It shortens horizons, and in doing so, it undermines the very outcomes it's trying to protect. Time works through accumulation, not breakthroughs, not dramatic leaps. Accumulation, small adjustments repeated, exposure layered over exposure, effort that compounds quietly. This kind of progress is difficult to tolerate because it doesn't create immediate feedback. It feels like standing still while something unseen is forming beneath the surface. But accumulation doesn't announce itself, it reveals itself later. When you allow slow accumulation, you stop interfering with the process mid-cycle. You stop checking consistently to see if something has worked yet. Instead, you let time do what it does best, connect effort to outcome without being rushed into performance. Rushing doesn't simply make things faster, it changes their shape. It collapses feedback loops before they've had time to stabilize. It forces decisions forward before the system has finished responding. And most critically, it trains you to associate pressure with progress. Once that association forms, calm starts to feel suspicious. Silence feels like stagnation. Steady effort feels insufficient. But calm is not the absence of progress. It's the condition that allows compounding to occur. Rushing interrupts learning. It interrupts integration. It interrupts recovery. What breaks under rushing is not just outcomes, it's trust in time itself. Long arcs require a different posture. They don't respond to force, they respond to persistence. A long arc asks you to stay with something without consistently checking how far you've come. This is difficult because long arcs are quiet. There are no frequent signals, no immediate reinforcement, no external validation that says, this is working. Staying present here means resisting the urge to measure time by impatience. Instead, you measure by return, by showing up again, by continuing without acceleration. You don't rush through long arcs, you inhabit them. Patience, is often misunderstood as passivity. It isn't. Patience is active restraint. It's the decision not to interfere with a process that needs time to respond. Letting time work doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing the right thing without forcing the outcome to appear early. Time compounds only when unpressured. Patience is not waiting. It's disciplined trust applied over duration. This is subtle logic.